The way you speak to yourself determines the way you experience the world. Every thought, every belief, every subconscious whisper in your mind is shaping the reality you live in. Most people go through life unaware of this, believing that their thoughts are just reactions to the world around them, when in reality their thoughts are the architects of their world. If you tell yourself that you're incapable, you will act accordingly. If you tell yourself that you always fail, your actions will align with that belief. If you tell yourself that you are not good enough, you will shrink in situations that require confidence. The voice in your head is not just commentary, it is command. It is not simply describing your life, it is creating it. Every time you reinforce an idea in your mind, whether good or bad, you strengthen the neural pathways that support it. If you've spent years telling yourself you're not smart enough, not disciplined enough, not worthy enough, those thoughts have dug deep trenches in your brain. They have become your default mode of thinking. Even when life presents you with opportunities, you will hesitate, you will doubt, you will hold yourself back, not because you lack ability, but because the voice in your head has been trained to limit you. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It is the way they speak to themselves when no one is listening. A person who has trained their inner voice to be their ally rather than their enemy will approach challenges differently. When they face difficulty, they do not say, I can't handle this. They say, I will figure this out. When they make a mistake, they do not say, I always mess up. They say, I am learning. When they feel fear, they do not say, I'm not ready. They say, I'll take the first step and grow along the way. Most people live their lives trapped in an unconscious dialogue of self-doubt. They repeat the same negative phrases in their minds without even realizing it. They call themselves lazy, stupid, unworthy, incapable, and then wonder why they struggle to move forward. If someone spoke to them the way they speak to themselves, they would cut that person out of their life. Yet they tolerate their own abuse, day after day, year after year. The first step to breaking this cycle is awareness. You must begin to notice the words you use when you speak to yourself. Pay attention to the tone of your inner dialogue. Is it supportive, encouraging, and empowering, or is it critical, harsh, and demeaning? If you have spent years reinforcing negativity, it will take time to rewire your mind, but it is possible. The key is to interrupt the old patterns and replace them with new ones. The moment you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, stop. Do not let that thought complete its cycle. Replace it immediately with a statement of strength. Say, I am improving every day. When you hear yourself say, I always fail, counter it with, I learn from every challenge and I grow stronger. When your mind tells you, I can't do this, answer back with, I am capable. I will find a way. Your brain does not distinguish between what is real and what is repeated. It simply strengthens whatever thoughts are fed to it most often. If you feed it self-doubt, it will reinforce self-doubt. If you feed it confidence, it will reinforce confidence. This is not about lying to yourself. It is about refusing to let old, self-destructive programming run your life. You are not your past failures. You are not your worst moments. You are not the negative thoughts that have been running on autopilot for years. You are whatever you choose to become. Training your inner voice is not about ignoring reality. It is about changing the way you respond to it. Life will always present difficulties. There will always be challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. The difference between those who rise and those who fall is not their circumstances, it is how they talk to themselves through those circumstances. A person who has trained their mind for resilience will see an obstacle and say, this is an opportunity to grow. A person who has allowed their inner voice to remain weak will see the same obstacle and say, this is proof that I'm not good enough. The situation is the same. The mindset is what makes the difference. The way you speak to yourself determines how you show up in the world. If your inner dialogue is filled with negativity, you will hesitate, shrink, and avoid taking risks. If your inner dialogue is strong, you will step forward with confidence, take action despite fear, and push yourself beyond your limits. This is not about blind positivity. It is about recognizing that the way you talk to yourself is either fueling your progress or sabotaging it. Reprogramming your inner voice takes consistency. You cannot change years of self-doubt with a few positive words. You must train your mind daily. Start by setting the intention to be aware of your thoughts. Each time you catch a negative belief, replace it. Speak to yourself with the same encouragement you would give a friend. Instead of tearing yourself down, build yourself up. Instead of reinforcing limitations, reinforce possibilities. Instead of repeating the past, create a new future with the words you choose today. For 3 days, commit to eliminating every single negative thought you have about yourself. No exceptions, no justifications, no letting negatively slip by unnoticed. The way you speak to yourself is shaping your reality. And if you want to change your life, you have to start by changing the words you allow to exist in your mind. The thoughts you repeat become the beliefs you hold. The beliefs you hold determine your actions, and your actions create your results. If you continue to let self-doubt, insecurity, and negativity dictate the way you think, you will continue to experience the same struggles, the same hesitation, and the same frustrations. The first thing you need to do is catch the negativity as it happens. Most of the time, you don't even realize how often you are speaking against yourself. It happens so automatically that it feels like background noise. You drop something and you think, I'm so clumsy. You make a mistake at work and you say, I'm such an idiot. You struggle with something new and you immediately tell yourself, I'll never get this. These thoughts slip in without effort because they have been reinforced for years. The only way to break this cycle is to become hyper aware of what you're telling yourself. Every time a negative thought appears, stop it immediately. Do not let it continue. Do not let it settle in. The second you hear yourself speak against yourself, you must shut it down. The next step is replacing the negativity with strength, confidence, and growth. It is not enough to stop negative self-talk. You must actively replace it with something better. If you simply remove a thought but leave the space empty, the negativity will return. You have to install a new way of speaking to yourself. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, you replace it with, I am capable and I will figure this out. When you catch yourself saying, I always fail, you change it to every challenge teaches me and I am getting stronger. When the thought, I'm not good enough, tries to take over, you respond with, I am growing, improving, and worthy of success. This is a process of retraining your mind to work for you. For 3 days, do not allow yourself to be passive about your self-talk. Every moment matters. From the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, monitor the way you think and speak about yourself. When you look in the mirror, instead of picking apart your flaws, speak strength. Say, I respect myself. I am improving. I am worth the effort. When you face a challenge, do not shrink back with self-doubt. Instead, say, I am built for this. I overcome obstacles. I find solutions. When something doesn't go as planned, do not call yourself a failure. Instead, say, I learn, I adapt, and I grow from every experience. At first, this will feel unnatural. Your mind will resist. Years of negative self-talk will not disappear overnight. The old patterns will try to creep back in. The old voice will tell you that this is pointless, that it's not working, that you might as well go back to the way things were. That is the test. That is the moment you must push through. The fact that your mind is fighting back means you are disrupting the old pattern. You are breaking the cycle. Keep going. Speak against the resistance. Stay disciplined. By the second day, you will notice the shift. The negative thoughts will still come, but they will not feel as powerful. You will catch them faster. You'll stop them more easily. The replacement thoughts will start to feel more natural. Your mind will start to accept them. A new voice will begin to emerge, a voice that is stronger, more confident, and more supportive. You will realize just how much control you have over the way you feel and act, simply by controlling the way you speak to yourself. By the third day, you will start to feel different. You will wake up with a stronger sense of clarity. You will approach situations with more confidence. You will notice that the way you think has a direct impact on the way you carry yourself, the way you speak to others, and the way you handle challenges. The same situations that used to make you hesitate will no longer feel as intimidating. The same doubts that used to hold you back will no longer seem so convincing. This is not about pretending that problems don't exist. It is about refusing to make them worse by attacking yourself in the process. Challenges will always be there. Struggles will come and go. But the way you speak to yourself determines whether you rise above them or let them defeat you. You are training your mind to be your greatest ally instead of your worst enemy. You are choosing strength over self-doubt, confidence over self-doubt, and growth over stagnation. Everything begins with belief. Before there is proof, before there is evidence, before anything changes in your external world. Belief is the seed that makes transformation possible. People often wait for signs, for validation, for confirmation that they are capable before they allow themselves to believe it. They tell themselves they will be confident when they succeed, that they will trust themselves when they have proof, that they will speak with certainty once they have results. But that is not how it works. The belief must come first. The confidence must come before the success. The conviction must be present before the proof arrives. When you speak something into existence, you are not simply saying empty words. You are giving your mind instructions. You are programming yourself to act, think, and respond in ways that align with that belief. If you constantly say, I am not good enough, your brain will find ways to confirm that. It will filter out opportunities. It will highlight your weaknesses. And it will make you hesitant in moments where confidence is required. But if you begin to speak success into existence, even before it feels real, your mind will adjust. It will begin searching for ways to make it true. It will push you to take action, to see possibilities, to embrace challenges instead of fearing them. Most people struggle because they only believe in what they can see right now. They define themselves by their current circumstances, their past failures, or the limitations they have been told they have. They say, I'm not talented because they have not yet seen themselves succeed at something. They say, I'm not confident because they have spent years reinforcing self-doubt. They say, I'm not capable because they have never pushed beyond their comfort zone. But everything changes the moment you decide to speak as if your success is inevitable. When you say, I am improving every day, your actions follow. When you say, I always find a way, your brain starts looking for solutions. When you say, I am capable, you begin to act like someone who is. Belief is the foundation of every great achievement. No one who ever accomplished anything significant started with proof. They started with a decision. They spoke their vision into existence long before the world had any reason to believe in them. Athletes train for years before they win. Entrepreneurs build for years before they see success. Artists create for years before they are recognized. The difference between those who succeed and those who never start is not talent, luck, or resources. It is the ability to believe in themselves when no one else does. Speaking success into existence does not mean ignoring reality. It means choosing which reality you are going to reinforce. If you keep telling yourself you are not good enough, you are reinforcing a reality that holds you back. If you begin telling yourself that you are growing, that you are learning, that you're becoming stronger every day, you are reinforcing a reality that moves you forward. Your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. If you say something often enough, with enough conviction, your brain will begin to accept it as truth. And once your brain believes it, you will begin to act in alignment with it. Most people sabotage themselves because they let their current circumstances dictate their thoughts. They look at where they are right now, and if it doesn't match where they want to be, they assume they will never get there. But the truth is, where you are right now does not matter. What matters is what you are reinforcing with your words and beliefs. If you tell yourself, I am stuck, you will act in ways that keep you stuck. If you tell yourself, I am unstoppable, you will start finding ways to move forward. The words you use matter. Your self-talk is either lifting you or limiting you. Every time you say, I can't, you are training yourself to believe in your limitations. Every time you say, I will, you are training yourself to believe in your possibilities. This is why speaking success into existence is so powerful. It forces your mind to focus on solutions instead of problems, on progress instead of obstacles, on growth instead of failure. At first, this will feel unnatural. Your mind will resist. If you have spent years doubting yourself, the idea of speaking confidence into existence will feel uncomfortable. But that discomfort is proof that you are breaking old patterns. The key is to keep going. Speak success before you see it. Speak confidence before you feel it. Speak growth before you have proof of it. Your brain will catch up. Your actions will begin to align. Your mindset will transform. Every great transformation begins with a single decision: to believe in something before there is proof. The words you say to yourself today are shaping the reality you will live in tomorrow. Speak as if you are already successful. Speak as if you already have the confidence, the discipline, the strength you desire. Speak as if nothing can stop you, because once you believe it, everything else will follow.